What's up, guys? It's Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions. I'm here with Eric from the Outer Limitless YouTube channel and Bo here at the Sky Firearms booth at SHOT 2020. Bo, it's so awesome to be able to stop by the booth and take a look at some of the new stuff that Sky has to offer. Just a quick backstory before I pass it to you. I had a CPX-2. It was actually one of my first carry pieces. I had the FDE with the black slide, and after I had gotten very proficient with it, I took my mother out to the range and she tried it out and she's like, well, I want this. So I ended up having to give it to my mom. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, there was a lot that I really liked about it. One of the big issues that that people talk about was the fact that it had a pretty long trigger pull, and aside from that, the new DVG series improves on that and a few other things. So why don't we go ahead and check out the DVG series and talk about maybe some parts that are compatible with it, not only from the CPX, as well as maybe some other models that are out there.
That works for me. So first and foremost, the DVG platform, the first thing we changed, since we did get a lot of feedback from people like you and our customers, was the trigger and how that trigger interfaces. So first and foremost, it is a striker-fired pistol, and by doing that, we also shortened the pre-travel and the over-travel of the trigger and its mechanism. So people that are more used to that feel of a striker-fired firearm, you can expect that now out of the DVG platform, in contrast to the CPX. And you can see if you feel that.
Oh yeah.
Very short take up. Nice reset on it, but a 5.5 pound pull weight on that. It still retains 10+1 capacity. One of the other differences, if you look at a CPX-2 grip, we took the cushion off of it, made it a little bit more slimmer, made it fit a little bit more people's hands out there, a little bit more controllable. Another piece of feedback we got over there and changed. But then also we added a little bit more aggressive texture. It's not overly aggressive, it's not sandpapery feel, but it still is more tactile than the CPX line. And then you go up into the slide itself. We added forward cocking serrations to it. More and more people are starting to rack slides off the front of their pistol. And then a little bit more beyond that, we went with a more standardized cut for the iron sights. These will accept any G43 cut optic that's on the market, whether that's tritium, whether it's fiber optic, or any of the hybrid sights that are out there. We wanted to add that versatility to the platform. No matter who had it, they can tailor it to what they like.
I actually think that was a pretty smart move, being that these are swapped out with a G43 or even the G43X or the G48. That creates an immediate aftermarket that's available if you want to go ahead and swap out the sights, which in all honesty, from the very beginning, I can tell you the sight picture is nice and clear. The 3-dot sights on here are nice and pronounced. It gives you an opportunity to be able to go ahead and sight get all three, and pretty accurate, I'm pretty sure. I haven't been able to take it out to the range yet, but I'm hoping that I can head out to the gun shop sometime and put some range time on it. Now,
absolutely.
Oh, okay. I see you got the red dot model.
Throwing the monkey wrench into you. So the platform, iron sight platform, full MSRP is going to be $289 on that one. We're also going to be launching at the exact same time is the red dot model, and this will come with a Crimson Trace CTS 1500 on it. So there's $100 difference between the two on full MSRP. $389, $289, and now we're finally entering into a market and a price point where a first-time concealed carry person or consumer can go out there and buy a red dot pistol from the factory. Now, there's an inherent flaw with iron sights. Long trusted. We've already started to trust red dots on rifles enough to where, hey, most people don't even put backup irons on rifles anymore. Well, when you're dealing with fixed sights on a pistol, you're dealing with 3 planes. You got your rear sight, your front sight, and then your target. When you're talking to someone who's a first-time shooter into a target acquisition sight picture, you're focusing on your front sight. That puts your target out of focus, that puts your rear sight out of focus. That's a lot to go through your mind and get someone beyond that hurdle. Oh, by the way, they need to also grasp trigger squeeze and steady positioning and all the fundamentals of shooting. Well, now by adding a red dot pistol, I taught my son to shoot this summer. He's 7 years old. The easiest thing to do, give him a rifle, put a red dot on it, put the red dot on the target, pull the trigger. Very easy to grasp the target alignment situation for that, but then we can focus on things like trigger squeeze and steady positioning associated with that. But then even more so, red dots get into the ease of manipulation of the slide. You can use the actual red dot itself, rack it off the side of the counters, even with clothing. The other advantage of red dots is, hey, I don't need to be completely in line with my sight axis, which you would have to do with a traditional fixed sight. I could be slightly off center, but as long as I see that red dot is parallax free and it's on the same plane as that target, it is going to be zero and it's going to maintain your zero.
So is the laser co-witness?
It will. So it's actually, still do not lose the functionality of a built-in iron sight. So you have a rear notch and actually your front sight post. Some people do choose to co-witness some people choose to have a little bit of offset. Just depends where you want to zero it at or what ammunition you want to zero it for.
That's actually a really good point you made. Okay, so not only is it available in the 3-dot sight option, but you do have the red, the Crimson Trace laser option that's going to be offered, and for $100 difference, it seems like a no-brainer to go ahead and go with that.
And I would agree with you. I mean, it's just never been seen at that price point for that feature set. I mean, this opens up a completely different ball game for us. And back when I first got my first red dot pistol, I spent over $2,000 on it. That was almost 8 years ago. So now you're getting into a realm of feasibility of, hey, a first-time buyer can go out, you'll have a street price of this, probably $340, $350 price range, and that's not way outside the realm of a $2,000 pistol to get into that world.
I gotta tell you, Bo, that sounds like a lot of value packed into a small pistol that can hold 10+1 in 9mm. And with magazines that's compatible with the CPX, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. So, aside from that, we have here the original CPX-series.
And we made this announcement a couple months ago. So we did launch all the red dots across the CPX 1, 2, 3, and 4 family. You're looking at a retail price point of $339 and $349 for full MSRP on those. So that puts you potentially under $300 at your retailer out there. But again, it's bringing that versatility of a red dot into that family of pistols out there. But it still maintains the double action only hammer fired design that made Sky who it is today. And these are 100% US made manufactured pistols. We make everything in Daytona Beach, Florida and Maryville, Tennessee. We warranty these guns for life. There's no MIM parts on these. There's no cast parts on these. These are not inexpensive guns to manufacture. We do this because even the founder of this company, he believes there shouldn't be a price barrier to the Second Amendment. So we put out quality products and bring them to market, and we stand behind them, whether you're the first buyer or the second or even third buyer of these guns.
All right, Bo, it sounds like a lot of value tucked into a very consistent, reliable package that you guys have been touting for years as one of your best sellers. So aside from that, I really like the fact that the frames and the slides come in different colors. I mean, there's a little something for everybody. So I think that that's really cool. Is that a design fact that you're going to go ahead and translate into the DVG1?
So we will over time, due to the demand, and we've already started to see it here at the show. When we finally catch up with what's on order for blacks, we'll eventually roll out the color line. But I wouldn't expect that to happen anytime soon. Just the reception or what we've seen here at the show, and even what our customers are telling us. So we will have it eventually, but when that happens, it's TBD.
Bo, thank you so much for helping me check out the DVG1, talking about a couple of the specs, the points, and some comparisons between the CPX series and the DVG series. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on one of these. I gotta say, the flat trigger, the sights, everything about this gun, I mean, it screams value. And in a time like now where you're trying to get the most out of your dollar, I think that this is going to pack a lot of value, and this is going to put a firearm in the hands of a lot of people who need something reliable and, like you said, with a great warranty to back it up. It's nice to see something that's fully made in the US, and I mean, best of luck in the sales for this guy. I hope to see some different colors, and can't wait to see what else is in store for Sky. So thank you so much.
I appreciate you coming out.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you much.